What's good, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving week. Once again, it's your host Silent Mode, maker, artist, and LEGO Enthusiast. I see Alexandria has turned up first because she heard we were going to be playing with some balls tonight. But thank you guys for joining me once again. I really appreciate it. And before I forget to say it, I hope you guys are doing good today. At least good, but at least better than I am. So, we're going to be building both these sets tonight. We got the bookcase and we got the coffee machine from the ZURU MAX Home set. Only 4 in the series, but after I got the lamp last week, it was requested that I got the remaining ones in the series, and so I've obliged. Let's get right into this one. We got Kathy Millie, aka Katha Millie. How you doing, ma'am? I decided to start with the bookcase for no real reason. It was a 50-50 thing. But yeah, I'm doing alright today. I mean, it's good that I'm a little bit more cheerful these days. I think and I hope the year is going to end on a high note for me personally. But hopefully it's going to end on a high note for at least some of you listening right now. Right, let me put this away before I hurt myself. So we've got 2 ladies in here. You may be very pleased to know that I'm going to empty the contents of this ball right in front of you. There we go. You can immediately see there's a rather nice 4x4 tile here. One thing I really appreciate about these alternative brands is the variation on standard LEGO parts. We've even got this 1x1 double-sided plate here, which is really interesting. Yeah, there's nowhere else on YouTube and LEGO related where you can hear somebody talking about balls and it be considered relatively safe. That is a cool piece. I would say that I'm rather thankful that LEGO hasn't gotten a version of their own, otherwise we'd be seeing it everywhere, and it would also make building a lot less interesting in my opinion. This is a sticker that comes with this set. I can immediately tell it's pretty much a static set except for this sticker, which is why I was so keen on getting the lamp. I see Film Bricks has also arrived. How are you doing, sir? Good to see you. Let me just adjust this so you can see what I'm doing. All right. Yes, I have heard that Alexandria hates stickers for whatever reason. Okay. I'm not a fan of stickers either, to be absolutely honest. I was more so a fan, or rather less hesitant to put them on models when I first got into the hobby, but then I realized, especially when it came to recycling some of the parts for future things, how annoying they were. Okay. Rather interesting way of building this large base, but here we are. It's rather interesting that they decided to go with this 4x4 plate with a hole to go underneath. How's it going, Hoarder? Thanks for stopping by. Glad to see you all here. I really appreciate it. So we have this base at the moment, which is 14 by 6. I think Lego makes a 14 by 6 or 6 by 14 plates. I'll have to double check. Yeah, the 14 long plates, or the 2 by 14, and I think there's other 14 long plates. They're quite uncommon. Again, hope everybody is doing all right, and for those who are celebrating it, hope you're looking forward to Thanksgiving on Thursday. I'm going to be going out for a Thanksgiving feast, although Thanksgiving isn't really a thing over here. It's only become a thing in recent years. Just another celebration, I guess, but always a good opportunity to hang out with people and enjoy some hopefully good food. I'm hoping there's cornbread on the menu this time, which I don't really know much about Thanksgiving, but to me it doesn't seem complete without cornbread. Okay. One thing I'm not going to do, however, is weigh myself before the feast, because that kind of scares me. The idea of weighing significantly more after the feast than before. Okay, this set has the double-sided on the long end snot bricks. Whoops. The Lego versions of these are incredibly expensive if you buy them on bricks and pieces. These ones, well, you get a small handful of them in the sets. I haven't really seen these. Well, they probably do exist in official sets, obviously, because they've released that part, but I haven't seen them used in an official set. Well, naturally, turkey is going to taste like turkey. If anything should taste like turkey, it should probably be turkey. It's a game bird. That's probably what you're referring to in terms of the taste. Or at least I believe it's a game bird. But I have to admit that I'm more of a white meat person in terms of turkey. I'm not really keen on turkey leg. And from my previous experience, Thanksgiving is all about the turkey leg, and Christmas is more about the white meats on the turkey. Let's put that over here. I hear you about the textures. I'm very particular about textures. So that's one reason why I don't like bananas, for example. I don't like jelly. If something doesn't seem to match in terms of texture and taste, then it doesn't go down well. Okay, so I've got to do this twice. So for full disclosure, I've sold another of the retro sets on eBay. It was the camera, and that went out today. A little bit less than the asking price, but I was just more concerned about selling these things to make room. But hopefully whoever receives it is going to be happy with it. Excuse me. Yeah, I can't stand bananas, unfortunately. Banana, coconuts. I'd say anything aniseed flavor I really don't like. Why am I disclosing this? I guess it's just small talk, but those are the main things I don't like in terms of flavor. Okay, so it's almost flush. Sour things, not too sour for me, but I don't mind sour food. Or sour things. Well, I think if I ever do end up in the States, I definitely want to try a legitimate official Philly cheesesteak. We do have places that sell cheesesteaks over here, but I refuse to believe they're anything resembling a Philly cheesesteak. So you have some nice 4x4 tiles in different colors. They look very much like Lego tiles, I'd say. But these form the book covers. Sauerkraut I like as well. I've even tried making some, left it too long, but it's still good. I like the idea that it's probiotic. So you've got one book here, which is pretty cool. Almost looks like you can open it actually, but it's a nice studless design. So that's one book. And this one is going to be a red book. Except we've got these curved, I think they're curved slopes. I'm not entirely sure, but these form the spine this time. Man, that sounds good, filling bricks. You're almost making me hungry now. Speaking of sauerkraut, the hope this year was to go to Frankfurt last week for a 3D printing event. It's more on the business side, but a lot of hobbyists like to go there. It's a good chance to interact with the companies and some of the other people. I wasn't able to go because of my situation, but it wasn't that traumatic. Hopefully I'll get to go next year. I just miss being able to travel abroad, you know. But I'm very fond of, very fond of German food. It's one thing I definitely have to have when I'm over in Germany, as if I go there that often. And we have some German places over here which are okay. Now, white rice, I prefer brown rice as a general rule, but I have no problems with white rice, whether it's sticky or not. I don't like it too wet though. I have to admit I'm not particularly good at cooking rice unless I have a rice cooker. Okay, I think we're building a I'm going to guess it's the brown book. Yep. And you'll be pleased to know that this set has plenty of snot bricks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this set has plenty of snot bricks if you don't mind using alternative brand parts. And they're in quite a few different colors as well. I would have to guess that if you were to put together an inventory of respective Lego parts, it would be less expensive to buy this set for the parts than to get the equivalent Lego parts. That's my guess anyway. Yes, Hoarder mentioned, Hoarder mentioned the Lego Parts Factory store, which is in Legoland Munich, just outside of Munich. I was incredibly lucky to have gone there back in, I want to say 2019, back when I was doing really, really well. And if you ever happen to find yourself in Legoland Munich, especially if you can go to the factory store, make sure you have a credit card, because I guarantee you'll be spending boku money. Yes, that is true about the alternative brand parts. You'll notice that with these ZURU Max sets, there are some differences between the parts. For example, these snot bricks have the lines going down the middle, little indented line, and you've seen it with some of the brackets as well. They have different shapes and things. I don't recall ever having used alternative brand parts in Lego models that I've built. But I would say that if you are going to do it, if you are going to mix the brands together, then be honest about it. Okay. This is a little bit questionable, I would say. Let's see, I've got to find a 2x2 tile in its brown color. I don't see it anywhere. Well, maybe it will show up at some point. Oh, there it is, hiding under there. 2x2 plate, 1x2 plate. Okay, that's brackets. Yes. Yeah, Hoarder's referring to a bracket piece. So that's the brown book. Again, I really like the design of these. It's very simple, but it's a nice looking model. And it feels substantial. And then last but not least, the blue book, and this is the one that has the sticker on it, obviously. And here we're going to make use of the 2x1 and 1x2 and the 1x1 double-sided plates. I'm not sure why we need double-sided plates here, but let's humor them. Okay, do we need a... No, we don't need the double-sided one. Oh. Okay, this is a little confusing. So I've got one double-sided 1x2 snot brick, and I have a single-sided 1x2 snot brick. I am not sure. Well, I think I'm meant to have two of one or the other. Doesn't matter, I guess. I'll just wing it. Hey, thank you very much, Blitzwolf. Excuse me. My goodness, incredibly generous, but thank you very much, Blitzwolf. I have been meaning to put out some members only videos, but I just haven't had the balls, basically. No pun intended. But in any case, enjoy your gifted memberships, folks. You know what, I'll make a pledge actually to put something out before the end of the year for the members. I think I have an idea of what I'm gonna put out. There's that odd bracket piece again. It's a 1x1 plate with a stud directly on the side. Interesting idea for a part. Okay. And we're building the spine, I believe, of the blue book. Almost done with this one, and I think we're good for time. This one has a nice round spine as well, courtesy of these bricks, slopes, whichever. And now some more of these rather nice tiles to make the cover. I'd like to see these tiles more often, these 4x4s. And I predicted a while ago that LEGO would come out with 3x3 tiles. They haven't yet, as far as I know. There's still time, I think. Alright, so I've got this double-sided snot brick here. I wonder if that's going to affect anything. Oh yes, I'm also reminded that I made sure that the ad frequency for this live stream was turned to low. So I guess we'll see what happens. Yesterday somebody said there was an ad every 5 to 6 minutes, which is quite a bit actually. Hopefully that doesn't put anybody off. Okay. So this is going to get in the way. I don't know actually if it was meant to go somewhere else. But this surface is where the sticker goes. I think just out of principle, I want to build it without without anything getting in the way. Ah, there it is. It was meant to go here. So let me undo this really quickly. There we go. All right. So that's the book cover. Looks like that one is closed. We can open it up. And obviously, whoops, the sticker goes on here. Quite frankly, it's a bit of a waste, to be absolutely honest, for the sake of having a sticker. It would have been a little bit more impressive if somehow this lit up, or it could display a picture or something. How you get it at this scale, I have no idea though. But let's finish the assembly. Like that. This one faces the other way for some reason. And then this book isn't attached at all, it just leans like this for some reason. And I guess it looks something like this. How's it going, Never Too Old? Thank you for stopping by, and enjoy your membership. But that's the bookcase, bookshelf, whichever it is. Definitely, although I like the book builds, it's probably the least impressive of the sets I've built so far. Oops. And you'll notice that there are no spare parts with that particular set. But let's get right to the last one, which is the coffee machine. Let's try not to open this like a caveman this time. Oh, let me play some music. I forgot to do that. There we go. Some background music. All right, that's excellent news, Never Too Old. So how many sponsored sets did you get? So if I recall correctly, the Cyber Bus was a sponsored set. And you got another one, it sounds like. Okay. May there be many more. That is excellent news about the sponsorships though. There you go, crack open one last ball. I have seen you announce the live stream for repairing the bus. I think that's actually a rather clever strategy. Whether it was intentional or not, it gets a little bit more life out of the set. But yeah, it's all good. Okay, that's all the bits, I believe. And I'm pretty sure this has a sticker as well. Oh, we got a multi-sticker sheets. And these are for the various dials at the front of the coffee machine. Again, we're not going to use those because there's no real need, but I'm also looking to pass this set on. Before I get into anything else though, before I lose anything, I'm going to put these levers together. Again, with the third-party sets, you have to put these things together yourself. I'm not sure how much it adds to the price to provide these assembled already. Alright, either way, I will look out for that stream. Alright, let's go. Yeah, that's that bracket I was talking about, how it's got the curves at the top for whatever reason. Some more snot bricks. Excuse me. So yeah, it's going to be a very busy December on my end, both online and offline, and I'm rather looking forward to it. This is assuming that nothing else is going to happen for the rest of the year. So I guess this gives me some ideas of how I can make the curve shapes for the speak and spell, keeping everything clean. Whoops. Alright. So when you say the two kinds of brackets, I'm assuming you mean the ones going up versus the ones going down. If so, that's that would be useful to separate the two, because it is quite frustrating. I remember it being frustrating trying to find them in my collection and thinking I had them, only to realize it was the other direction. But yeah, it's always a challenge with all these new parts coming out and everything, how to organize them. Right, so that's the bottom of the machine, obviously. And now we're building on top, I believe. I put this in the wrong place. There we go. There we go. Looking alright so far. So this set has the, well, I guess what's called the, some people call it a stadium tile. I'm not sure what you guys would call it, but they gave us the 1x1 version as opposed to the 1x2 pill-shaped version. I'm not sure why. Well, it looks like the ladies have disappeared. They've probably found some bigger balls elsewhere. Who knows? It's okay. Maybe somebody else is streaming. Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. I had a 3D print going there and it's just decided to come off the bed for some reason. So I'm going to have to start completely from scratch. Just a second. There we go. What a shame. Back to the builds. You know, I'm glad you like the music, Hoarder. Okay, got a lever of some kind here. I'm guessing, well, I don't know what this bit is actually, but I know we have this paint roller which is more or less identical to LEGO's version, and that's going to be for the nozzle that has the steam coming out. Has anyone tried using one of these machines before? I have, and it's well, I knew how to use it. It's I guess there's different levels to it. Oops. I don't know if I would recommend anybody getting into 3D printing at this stage. I mean, it's certainly more affordable than it used to be, but I think it's only really something to get into if you really want to use it. Check this piece out. It's another double-sided plate, except this one is round. This side has hollow studs, and this side has solid studs. Very interesting. And that goes here. Purely to have this piece on like this. Yes, drawer inserts are a good use of 3D printing, I think, and one thing I like about the technology is generally I can make something to my customized requirements, instead of having to go out and get something that could be rather expensive. As for filling bricks, I have no idea what you want to do tonight. I'd say if I was in your shoes, I'd probably go for the one I do the least often. I'd say think about the activities you've done for the last couple of weeks or so and probably choose the one you've done the least often, but that's just my opinion. Alright, that's what we have so far. It looks pretty good. I would say this could easily be a gift with purchase set or something like that. Yeah. Well, in my case, when I've only had maybe one or two different toolboxes with different compartments, but I don't think they ever came with extra inserts, and I had no idea where to get them from if they did make them. So I've tried various means of creating my own inserts. Never really been successful though. There's a pin that goes in here. Or just make sure whatever you decide to do, have fun, or rather enjoy the experience. We are almost at the end. Just a few more, or these parts to add. Welcome back, never too old. Oh, Trade Center. That's a tough choice, actually. If I had to make the decision right now, I would say let's keep the Trade Center for another time. That sounds like it would be a really good one on its own, and something that probably shouldn't be rushed. All right. Oh, 6 likes. Yes, indeed. Let's go. Thank you very much, guys. You'll notice that I don't ask for likes these days because I think you guys are intelligent enough, but it really does help, and I appreciate it. All right, that's the machine, and it's an age-old technique for having a glass container. But we're going to be adding these 1 by 1 brown tiles. You could easily use the you know, the ice cream piece. That would have been a nice alternative as well. We can fit 4 of them in here according to the instructions. Yeah, that's another thing, and I guess it's a good question for fellow content creators. Is it worth asking people to like and subscribe and all this other stuff? Because I figure that people are intelligent enough to like the video or leave comments and things like that if they really want to. And oftentimes, certainly with the more popular videos, they don't have to be reminded. They will do it pretty much immediately. But then there was the point made by at least a couple of people that it's okay to remind people. I have no idea. Hey, yeah, that sounded kind of underwhelming. What's up, Tristan? Long time no see. How you doing, man? You know what? I think as a members only video or series of videos, I'm going to put out some of this music because I've been meaning to release it, or at least some of these songs, and I haven't yet. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Last but not least, I'm guessing this is a makeshift coffee cup. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Tristan. Really sorry to hear that, but you know, you can reach out to any of us if you want to talk. Yeah, sorry to hear you're going through a hard time. It's been one of those years, I guess. But yeah, this is the espresso machine. Not particularly interactive, but I guess you got these levers if you like. You got a few little things I guess you can play around with, but it's pretty much just a static model. You got this makeshift coffee cup. Yes, you got the coffee beans at the top that barely they barely move in there. And this set has a few spare parts, a few tiles, and an extra lever. I would be inclined to say this is more espresso, because it looks like an espresso machine, but just thinking, I've seen these in coffee shops. They used to make all kinds of different coffees. You've got the steam thing for heating up milk. I'm not even sure where this thing is meant to go. Well, this is obviously the bit where you put in the coffee or the ground coffee. So I would guess then that this is the spouts for putting the coffee into this thing here. Just like that. Fix it underneath here. Lock it into place. Can't even get there now. And I haven't forgotten you links. There's that links. Hope you're doing all right. So yeah, ground coffee comes out of here. You put it into this thing here, which clips onto this thing on the other side. Put the cup here. Press a button, and then the right amount of water goes through the filter into the cup, and then obviously the spouts is used to heat up milk or something. Now I think it would be rather naive to expect this to be an actual coffee machine, although I'm pretty sure somebody would have made a coffee machine at this scale. I'd have to look that up actually. And I think if there wouldn't necessarily be liquid all over unless you really didn't know how to use it. It takes some practice, I will say. So yeah, there you have it. This is these are all four of the home sets in the series. So my personal favorite is still the lamp, because it actually turns on, which is honestly, I wasn't expecting that. I'd be very inclined to keep this one. The others I'll probably, well, the others I'll certainly list for sale. I think using this piece is appropriate for the coffee mug, given the scale of this machine. It's a shame it doesn't have a handle though. I'm not sure how they would have handled that one, no pun intended. But yes, I really do like that lamp. I'd actually be very tempted to get another one, but one is enough. So yeah, we had the lamp, we got the toaster, which I also built yesterday, the coffee machine, and the bookshelf. If I had to put these in order of my favorites though, that's a tough one. No problem, Alexandria. If I had to put these in order of favorites, it would be a very, very, very tough one, I think. I don't think I can decide. They probably would. Yes, well, considering that each of these sets on their own would be £8 British, which I don't know, maybe 10, 12 US dollars. LEGO will probably charge, well, this would probably be a gift for purchase, and it would probably be £20 worth as a LEGO set. Well, if it was a book of silent, it would have to be black, which wouldn't be a problem. If I had to put these in order of my favorites, honestly, I like the interactivity of this toaster. I do like the design of the bookshelf, although it doesn't do anything. The espresso or coffee machine is pretty cool too. I don't know, honestly. And we can't forget the pizza slice that Never Too Old wanted from yesterday. I think this is pretty ingenious, the way that you can have it flat, you can have it bent like a genuine looking pizza slice. But I suppose if I was really pressed, if I had to choose one of these as an extra, I would probably go for the bookshelf, just because it lends itself really well to being customized, as Never Too Old suggested. I think these other two are pretty even though. I'm not sure which one I would prefer. Oh yes, I remember Tristan was talking about storage boxes. I remember you mentioned as kind of an annual event, Lidl has those storage shelves, those storage compartment shelves. I haven't been to a Lidl in a while, but I'm pretty sure they have them now. And I'm thinking of getting something like that, or I could even 3D print one if I really wanted to. But yes, quite a few people have gotten gift memberships. That's courtesy of my younger brother Blitzwolf. I want to thank him again for doing that. It didn't prompt him at all. It was just pure generosity on his part. And so I've actually got to put out some members only videos. Watch this space. That's all I can say. But since we are on the hour, I'm going to call an end to the live stream right now, and I want to thank you guys for playing along as usual. I will probably, I don't know when I'm going to be back on, because I'm going to be out on Thursday for a Thanksgiving feast. But I will see you guys around, and until next time, this is SilentMode, maker, artist and LEGO enthusiast, encouraging you all as always to do your thing.